Hey guys, Dibz here, and today I've got an Overwatch viewer analysis video for you. Now, we're going to be going over some TRACER gameplay, and today we are going to be looking at someone named lillfjant. He was brave enough to send in his own gameplay for us to analyze today, and the skill level is around the gold/platinum borderline. After his placements, he placed 2, 4, 4, 4. So pretty much basically almost borderline platinum and gold. So we're going to see what kind of gameplay he has today, and we're going to analyze his plays, look for mistakes as well as different parts to improve on, and also what he does correctly. So first of all, I'm going to let the game run on its own so you can see how it flows all together, and after that we're going to come back and review his gameplay overall. But if you actually want to skip to the game analysis, you can go to this time right here. But if you want to watch the gameplay, here it is.
You got what's coming to you.
Destiny has lost into the objective.
Back in the fight.
I am becoming one with the objective. The objective is mine. Drop the beat. I am ready. I am becoming one with the objective. I've got you in my sights. Behind you. Marked by the dragon. Experience tranquility.
Don't worry, I got it. Much better. I'm on the objective. Ha! Taking the point. There we go. I'm on the objective. Just in time. Back in the fight.
Drop the beat.
Let's try that again. Behind you.
Experience tranquility.
Experience tranquility.
Let's drop the beat.
I've got you in my sights. Impressive.
Got it!
I understand.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Discussion auto. Discussion deal. Discussion auto.
Hold up.
Discussion deal.
Understood.
Taking the point!
Anyone out there?
Oh, excuse me.
Let's group up here.
Let's drop the beat.
All systems check! Yeah!
وريهم قوتك.
Experience tranquility.
Activated!
Discussion auto.
Back in the fight!
Discussion Nana.
I am ready to activate the sound barrier.
Yeah! Yeah!
Feel the healing beat.
Roadhog time. I understand.
Oh, this is my jam. Oh, let's break it down. Let's drop the beat.
Discussion auto. Discussion back.
Fight for it!
Enemy contact.
Serve this!
Security.
All systems check! Let's try that again!
Discussion Lucio.
I've taken the objective. Behind you.
Discussion auto.
Let's drop the beat.
Ever get that feeling, Deja Vu?
60 seconds.
You've got what's coming to you! Behind you! Nerf this!
My ultimate ability is ready.
I am ready to
Escort
provide
the
really.
payload.
My ultimate
Payload ready to
ability
roll.
is ready.
Discussion.
Yeah! Mecha activated!
Experience tranquility.
Discussion Lucio.
Get them off me!
Discussion Bastion. There's a Bastion on the top of the building. Thanks, he's left.
Drop the beat. Hold up.
Has reached the checkpoint.
I'm back in the
My
fight.
ultimate is charging.
I understand. Back to work.
Enemy contact.
Lucio at the top of the building.
My ultimate is ready.
Back in the fight. Back in the fight.
That's not right.
Heroes never die.
My ultimate ability is ready.
Experience tranquility.
The payload
Discussion Bastion.
to its destination.
Discussion Signal.
My ultimate is oh!
My ultimate is charging.
Discussion Bastion.
60 seconds remaining.
Form up.
Understood.
Behind you.
Discussion Bastion.
Experience tranquility.
30 seconds remaining.
Drop the beat.
Discussion Vivo. Discussion Bastion.
Seconds remaining.
Discussion Vivo.
Complete. Score 3-0. Switching sides.
Alright, so let's get right down to the analysis. As you all know, this is the map Ilios, and it is very good for Tracer because it is pretty much a flank central. There's a lot of different ways that you can actually come through on the side, and this is actually pretty good. He is going through the side right now. He is not going through the front, as usual. I mean, you're not supposed to ever. As a flanker, you always want to go to the side. So he's doing a good job there. Going for weak targets, getting on that Roadhog. And right there, I felt like he could have actually done it a little bit more quickly. When you do a 180, you blink twice. But first of all, you actually did not have to blink in. So he saw that Reaper with him, and he sees a Lucio right here and also a Tracer. So with the Reaper right next to him and supporting him, he can easily take out this Tracer and also this Lucio, just going straight up through the front and just aiming from where he is right now. So that was kind of a little bit of a decision-making problem right there. I would have actually gone for these two first because they're more important than blinking in going for the soldier. But anyways, he blinks in twice, and right here, that's one swipe, two swipes. So it should have actually been one complete swipe doing a 180. So that's a little bit something to do with the sensitivity. The sensitivity should be at the point where you do one swipe, will do 180. So you don't have to spend so much time doing another swipe over and over again to get to the target that you want to be aiming for. So maybe increase the sensitivity just a little bit, I would say. I'm not exactly sure if that happens throughout the rest, but right now he's going for the weak targets. Good, good. Switching or chasing down the weak targets that he was going after, making sure that none of them get away. All right, blinking, doing a reload as well. All right, going for the weak targets as well. And right there, I feel like right now, it's possible for him to be turned around and aiming at the Lucio while running backwards and shooting at the same time. He's at 22 ammo. He still has ammo left, but actually he doesn't turn around, but he continues forward. And I feel like whenever you blink, you should make it a reaction, not a reaction, but a reflex to always reload your gun if you're not going to plan on shooting or unloading the rest of your clip. So right here, he unloads and then doesn't unload all the way. Usually what I do is I would unload all the way at first, so that it automatically reloads, and once I start reloading, I would blink, or if I end up blinking before my clip is over, I always reload. Because what happens if he gets to this point, because he's not actually shooting the Lucio behind him. If he's going at this point and there's somebody that comes out to the left or somebody that comes out to the right, what's he going to do? He only has 22 bullets left instead of a full reload. So you always want to make it a reaction to blink, reload if you're not going to be shooting at anything, or run backwards and shoot the target while you run away. Those are two things that you can do. And it took some while to reload, but that's okay. Alright, going back and forth, going for this Tracer. And right there again, right here. So he's at 2 health right now, or I mean 2 ammo. He could have easily unloaded it all the way, and while he was blinking, he would be reloading. So you always want to make sure that while you are blinking, you reload, and then you adjust afterwards. My typical, what I typically do is unload, and then blink while you reload. So then all of it just happens smoothly, and then that time that you are blinking, you have time to adjust. Like right now, he's adjusting. That would be the time when you're reloading at the same time. So you blink, reload, and then when you are adjusting, you're gonna have the next full clip right when you get to your target. So right now he looked like he's locked on right now, but he only has 2 bullets. If he had reloaded before, he would have been actually be able to kill this Tracer much faster, or actually kill him. So just make that a muscle memory that you can try. I'm not gonna pick on that anymore because that, that's probably going to happen later on, but that's something that you should work on, I feel like. Also, one thing I want to touch on is you're using your quick melee. Quick melee is also a very good way for you to finish off a target if it's low on health, and it does about 30 damage. So at this point, you want to get used to using a quick melee. Right here, if he actually used his quick melee, he would have been able to finish off this Tracer. Because look how much life that Tracer has. It only has 1 bar left. Instead of trying to finish him off with your bullets, right there, he's even at less than half a bar. If you just use a quick melee, you'll be able to finish off that Tracer with no problem, instead of having her get away. But he actually still dies from the Winston. But you always want to finish off the target and be as efficient as you can. So make sure to use your quick melee, or get used to using it as much as you can. I don't think I see him use it very much in this game at all. But yeah, make that a habit as well, and try to use it as much as possible. Anyways, right now he is throwing his ultimate onto the tanks. And typically, normally, whenever I throw my ult on a tank, I want to make sure that the target dies, or at least one target dies within that moment when it explodes. So if you take a look right here, he throws it, and there's like a whole second of him not unloading a clip. A lot of people actually do this. I used to do this a lot, where I would literally throw my grenade or my ultimate, and I would just wait and just look to see what happens, right? Because then you want to look at how much damage you do. Who are you going to be able to pick off? Who do you need to finish off first after it explodes, right? Because they say most of the time when you first start out, it's like, okay, I don't want to waste any ammo on a target that's going to die from my grenade anyway. But look at this. These are 2 tanks. This is a Roadhog with 500 life, and this is a Reinhardt with 600 life and armor. There's no way that a grenade or an ultimate is going to kill any of these targets. So what you normally want to do is, before you throw your grenade, you want to weaken these targets. You can just focus down one. I would say focus down the Roadhog first, because he's weaker, and you can get your kill him more easily. And if you actually get the attention of Reinhardt, he might turn around and you might stick the shield by accident. So I would go for the Roadhog first, deal some damage first, and then throw my grenade in there. Or when you throw your grenade, you start shooting right away. Right? Because right now nobody's still looking at you. You have this whole time that you can continue shooting the tanks and bring them down. Because imagine, if this blew up, one of them would be down by now, right? If one tank was down, you'd only have to deal with the other, and it'd be a much more easier time than trying to push down or bring down these 2 tanks with just your ammo. So right now he's having a little bit of trouble trying to bring down the low one. So if that Roadhog was already dead, he could have focused on the Reinhardt, but they go down anyway. But imagine if this was, you know, if the Reaper wasn't there, you would actually still be able to solo those 2 tanks, which is very, very good to do as Tracer. Alright, we're going to be moving on, see what's going on here. So just looking around for people to kill. Alright, sticking on the point, going against the Genji. Going for the healer. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, focusing on the healer, good job. With the Discord Orb. Alright, running away from the Genji because he's low on health. Definitely good. You always want to be surviving as much as you can. Don't want to fight a fight if you know you're going to die. Going for Discord target. Very nice. Getting a target. Having his ultimate. Okay. So, at this point, I would still say that using your ultimate on a tank is pretty worth it. Right? So look how much damage this, how much life this Reinhardt has. He is taking a lot of damage, and basically if you unload a clip and you use your ultimate, you will kill the Reinhardt, no matter what. I would say it's always really nice for you to just take out the Reinhardt with your ultimate, just because of how fast you're able to gain your ultimate again. I typically always want to use it whenever I can, even if it's for a single target. If you take out the tank, it's very, very nice. He ends up dying though. But yeah, I mean, if you bring down the shield, I mean, I don't know why there's a Reinhardt on control point, but it shouldn't be. But anyway, yeah, using it on a tank is okay. Using it on a single target is completely fine, as long as you get the kill. But unloading a clip and then throwing your grenade on the tank will definitely kill him. Alright, so going back onto the point, going for the side. Good, good. There's a Winston. Alright, blinking to the side, going against the soldier. Alright, so he uses ultimate, blinking or recalling, getting out of there. Good job. So that's really important for you. Whenever a soldier pops his ultimate, you always want to just get out of there, because there is a way for you to kill the soldier, but if you get all headshots before he starts shooting at you, that's probably the only way for you to do it, or to stick him and then get out of there. But it's very smart by him to get out of there as soon as possible. He knows the wins that he can fight, or the fights that he can win, and not. Alright, so sticking the Lucio by accident, but still good. Alright, blinking behind, around. Alright, he should be getting out of here. Good job. Looking for the health pack. Alright, sticking around here, waiting for the health pack, which is very good. You don't want to go in with only half health. Alright, see the Tracer. Let me see how it is. Recalling. Alright, Tracer versus Tracer. Good, good. So he knows he's ahead. Alright, so in Tracer versus Tracer, you typically want to count how many cooldowns the other target has. So basically just keep track of their recall. If you bring the other target down faster than they bring you down, and they recall first, then you actually have more escapability than they have, because you have an extra cooldown, because you can recall, right? So if you are actually able to make them recall and then shoot them again and bring them down to half health, while they're shooting you, you can instantly recall to regain your health, and they will already be at half health without a recall, while you'll be at full health. So that's pretty much what he did. He recalled after the fact that the other Tracer recalled. You don't ever want to recall whenever the other Tracer is recalling, unless you are very, very, very low on health. Because obviously if you recall while they recall, and well, you're just going to end up back at the same place or the same time in health, and you guys are just going to reset. But it's really nice for you to do that if you're weak. But if you're already ahead, you don't want to be using that that escape, pretty much, if you know what I mean. So whoever has the most escape is the one who's ahead of the Tracer versus Tracer battle. And also, you can keep track of their blinks as well to know how many times they have to escape. Going against Lucio. Alright. Going to this side. Alright, so he hears footsteps, which is good. He's not going against the Winston. He's waiting until he has a better target to shoot. Okay. Alright. Recalling. I don't understand the recall at this point. Right here. And right here, he was low on health at 82%, but this is only a Lucio. This Lucio right here is a pretty easy target for you to shoot, to kill. Not only because he's alone, but because he's a healer and he can't really do that much damage to you. It would have been better for him to actually just burn down this healer before recalling. If you deal damage to him and he starts shooting at you and you get down really, really low health, you can then recall at that point. You kind of want to just take as much advantage as you can and try to get rid of as many healers, especially if they are alone. This is a very big opportunity that he could have taken advantage of, but that's fine. So he recalls all the way back here onto the point. Really though, he could actually be stopping the enemy from getting onto the point. Since they actually have the point, he should actually be sticking around the spawn and try to annoy them from going back and forth between the staircase over there. There really is no reason for him to be here at this point when there's already about 3 people here taking care of it. So that is one decision making that you can do. Be a little bit more aggressive when you're Tracer. Stick around and try to annoy them and slow them down. That's what you can do. Because right here, if you actually think about it, let's talk about this. If you think about it, if you're on the point, most likely there's going to be a group of people coming onto the point from one direction, right? And you don't want to be dealing with a group of people all at once as Tracer. Most of the time when people are on the way to the point, they will be trickling one by one. And actually, that would be a little bit more beneficial for you to, or a little bit more fair, because it'll be 1-on-1 instead of 1-on-3 as they start getting clogged up on the point while they're trying to hold it. So it's really important for Tracers or flankers to be picking people off one by one and get the trickling or take advantage of the team as they're trickling in. Happens a lot in King of the Hill. Alright, good job. Going for the weak target that he's stuck. Alright, should be going for the healer. Yep, going for the Lucio. Spraying him down, going after him, sticking on him. Recall, yep. Okay, very low on health, recalling, that's good. Good reaction time. And he still takes a while to reload. So, yeah, I mean, I guess he didn't use it to shoot anybody, but making sure you should reload right away. Going for the soldier. So right here, he definitely could have gone for the soldier, I feel like. So shooting. So the soldier is already at half health, and he's running away. He could instantly reload and point towards the soldier's direction and just finish him off. Because this Winston is going to the left. This Lucio's, I don't know what he's doing. He's kind of distracted. But he is low on health, 81. It could be a little bit risky, but I felt like if you blinked towards the right next to the soldier, made him turn around, you could easily unload or finish unloading your clip into the soldier and finish him off right there. But instead he goes for the health, which is good. Going for health. Alright. Trying to take care of the target using his ultimate. But a very, very dangerous situation right there. So if you listen to that right there. So there was a Genji using his ultimate as well as a soldier using his ultimate. It's very, very dangerous to be in this situation because soldier's ultimate can kill you really quickly. Genji's ultimate can really kill you really quickly. There honestly shouldn't be any reason for him to be in this point, even if this soldier here is very, very low on life. If he actually ended up killing this soldier, it would have been a very, very good thing for him. But then he should instantly recall after that because this is a highly dangerous situation at this point. You got 2 ultimates coming around here that can counter you, and you and you just end up dying. It's very, very dangerous. So you typically want to go into a fight knowing where you can at least deal some damage and try to get out of there alive. You always want to make sure you have an escape route or that you can escape very, very easily. Alright, 98, 99. So he has his ultimate, so he's going to see what he can use it with. Telling his teammate that his ultimate is up, going against this Tracer. Alright. Going for this Lucio. Health pack. Alright, so sticking around the Lucio, trying to kill him, trying to finish him off. So if you notice, yeah, if you reload, it could be really helpful at that point. Okay. So holding onto his ultimate a little bit too long, in my opinion. There are a few targets that he could have used it on. He could have used it on the Winston, he could have used it on the Lucio. So at this point, if you think about it, he would have gained his ultimate charge about 70% by this point. So holding onto your ultimate is something that you don't really want to be doing as much. Alright, that was actually a very perfect time for him to jump in and use his ultimate. So right here, you see that 3 people are right there. He has 1 blink, and you can honestly, wait, did he blink right here? Let me check. Yeah, he didn't blink. Okay, so you actually have 1 blink here. You have 1 blink, and you would literally be at this point right here. You could use 1 blink, stick him, or throw a lobby grenade, and then recall right away. There's 3 people here, and it's a very, very high chance for damage for you to be able to do it. And in any case, if you throw it in there and you don't deal any damage, you will still be getting rid of your ultimate. Saving your ultimate as Tracer is very inefficient because you can gain your ultimate so fast. If he actually used it in the very beginning, he would have been able to green his ultimate almost 1.5 times. So don't hold on to your ultimate for so long. Use it on single targets whenever you can. Don't try to go for the greedy kills. But even at this point, this should be a really good indicator for you to use your ultimate. Alright, so instead he goes and gets the health. Recalling because he's low on health. Alright, good. So still has his ultimate. Stick his. Okay, that's good. Very good. So he is actually able to know the distance of his blink. So knowing the distance of your blink is very important, especially when it comes to sticking your grenade or ultimate. So 1, 2, blink right in front of your target. So whenever you use your ultimate, you always want to make sure you know the distance of your blink. 2 blinks to get to your target. The bigger the target is, or the closer that the target is in front of your face when you blink, the easier time you're going to have sticking that target. So make sure you know the distance and when to blink, and that helps a lot. So good by him doing that part. Alright, still going for health. So there's another health pack in the other room in front of him. He honestly could have been going for that one instead of sticking to this one. So be a little bit more aggressive, I would say, as Tracer. A little bit more dangerous is mostly beneficial when playing Tracer. Being a little too safe as Tracer doesn't really allow you to be as effective, in my opinion. But at that point, so everybody had their ultimate up. Everybody had the Lucio ult. So that was good for him to go away because he knew that he couldn't take out anybody with the clip. Recalling because he was low on health. Good job. And it looks like they're able to take this. So overall, pretty decent. And he did 11,000 damage. Oh, actually, this was 2 rounds though. But anyway. But yeah, a pretty decent round overall, I would think. Mostly, I would concentrate on doing the reloading part. Make it a reflex to either unload your clip before you blink, so you can automatically reload and then blink at the same time, or when you blink, you automatically reload. So basically, whenever you tap your right click, which should be your blink, you should be pushing R at the same time if you don't plan on shooting. Most of the time I do that, and by the time I'm finished blinking, I'm done reloading, and I'm already on the way to try to aim for the target again. And by that time I get my lock on, I'm already reloaded, and that allows you to just unload over and over and over again. But yeah, not a bad round, I would say. Some improvement here and there, but overall pretty good map awareness. It could use a little bit more improvement, but taking advantage of specific situations where you can deal a lot of damage is also very important as Tracer. Knowing when you can deal damage, especially when it comes to healers. Taking out healers is pretty much Tracer's #1 job in dealing or in King of the Hill. And if you can do that, then it'll be a lot better, and you can see a lot of improvement, I would say. But yeah, anyways, going on to the next part. Alright, so for the second part, we are on Attack on Hollywood. It's typically a hard point to attack on because of the tight choke point, and also the pretty much you can get symmetric turrets all over the place, and it's really hard for you to kind of deal damage, and you can die really easily. So that was really good. The Roadhog missed his hook because he was able to predict the hook. This is really loud. He was able to predict the hook pretty much and dodge it, pre-blinking the flash as well. So far he's doing a really good job getting rid or predicting the flashes and hooks. That's what you want to be doing as Tracer. You kind of want to learn how to do that. Typically, whenever a Roadhog first sees you or McCree first sees you, they'll flash, and you want to blink right away. So right here, actually, he felt like he could have stayed around a little bit longer. So he is on point right now, trying to figure out to see if they're coming or not. But if you look at it, there's nobody looking at him right now, right? Nobody notices him. Nobody's even coming towards him. He could literally be standing behind this car and just be contesting it. He didn't have to leave. So I felt like a little bit longer contesting would have been able to do it. It would have been better. But right here, he gets flashed. So if you remember, at first he was actually able to predict the hook. He was also able to predict the flash when he first saw the McCree. But right here, typically what normally happens whenever a McCree starts being shot at is he turns around, he spins, and he just flashes you right away. I felt like he would have been able to predict this because he was able to predict the other ones before, but I just felt like, I guess he thought he was able to finish off the McCree with one clip. It's really hard to do that. You have to get awful headshots, but he missed a couple of shots. If you end up missing a couple of shots and you know that you can't finish off the McCree, you should instantly get out of there because you know that a flash is going to be coming. So either, I would say, practice a little bit more on getting those headshots, or make it more of a reflex to basically just pre-blink as much as you can for every McCree if you know that you can't get him in one clip. So, alright, so he's going back in, using his ultimate, or that ultimate. So he actually didn't have to blink out of there. The ultimate was around right here. He could have stuck on the other side of this car or on the back side of this car instead of using both of his blinks to get out of there. I mean, it saves a little bit of a cooldown. You can get into battle a little bit more quickly. You always, every second counts, honestly, as Tracer. So if you get into battle much more quickly, you can just be more useful. Alright, gets picked off. So positioning, very important as well as Tracer, or when you're playing Tracer. So right now, there's this D.Va here on point. There's nobody else on point. And he actually wants to use this car as cover. You want to use cover whenever you're shooting as Tracer. Because right now, if you're out in the open, you can be seen by this Roadhog here. And there's a McCree on the other side right there, being blocked right now. But he's right there. So that's the one that kills him. He honestly could be behind this car right here, shooting this D.Va. And then after that, this McCree and this Roadhog won't be able to see him because he's behind this car. So whenever you're attacking whenever you're targeting somebody, you want to be having only that target in your view. If no other target is in your view, then they can't shoot you. Pretty much if you can't see them, they can't see you. But that's not always the case if you're like basically hugging the left side or if you're kind of like peeking out to the top. But if you actually stand behind the car, the Roadhog and the McCree won't be able to see you. So whenever you shoot a target, always try to keep out of range out of the heroes or the enemy team. So he gets picked off. Next. Blinking in. Alright, so he sees 3 people are down. So he, in his mind, he's thinking mostly like what's going on out there. It's really dangerous in there. But in all honesty, if you're Tracer, you can actually blink in there. And he could have went towards the left. I felt like he wasted a lot of time here. Mostly as Tracer, you always want to be in the enemy base. Even if it's really dangerous, you can still blink around and be a little bit annoying. And use your time as efficiently as possible. Tracer is somebody who can handle or surviving on her own. She doesn't need the entire team to push forward. So a little bit of time wasted. And actually at that point, he shouldn't have been shooting this Bastion. Because imagine if this Bastion was paying attention to this side, right? So right here, the Bastion's not even looking this way. If you start shooting at him, what's it going to do? He's going to immediately turn toward your direction, or normally, and he can start shooting at you. As Tracer, whenever you are shooting somebody, you want to be up close and personal and right in their face when you're attacking, because that's when you deal the most damage. Because if you think about it, you're not dealing a lot of damage from far range, so there really is no reason for you to be shooting at him. You always want to be up close and personal when doing it. But he ends up not taking any damage. But in most cases, the Bastion would be able to just look towards him and kill him. Alright, throwing his ultimate on the Roadhog, busting him down. Alright, definitely should have just kept backing up or going up the stairs. He didn't have to take any damage from it, but he paused it a little bit and went backwards. Of course, not a big deal, but time is very, very important. Alright, so should be going for the healers. Going for health first. Alright, no problem. Going for the weak target and just letting him go. So, right now I feel like he's not really focusing down anybody. And he should be sticking to one target and trying to take that target down. Instead of just going back and forth between targets. So I think right now it's just very, very hectic for him, and it's really hard to concentrate on one target. But he ended up taking out that the Roadhog, and now took out the Ana. Pretty good so far. But yeah, you always want to be focusing down on one target, or go for the target that is the weakest whenever you can. Okay, going for the D.Va when she's out of her mech. Right. Okay, so he actually could have used his quick melee there as well and finished off the D.Va if he got close enough. Predict. Nope. Okay, so yeah, he could have predicted the Roadhog hook. Normally, right when they see you, right here, you see Roadhog, you blink right away, right? If you blinked right away, I think he blinked right here. Did he blink right here? He might have blinked, but it was a little bit too late. You typically want to be blinking a little bit quicker than that. But I think he knew that he was supposed to, but it was just a little bit off on the timing. There's no problem. Alright. Going through the side, going on top. Okay, dealing with this McCree. Yep, good job. So I think he backed off a little bit because he knew that the McCree was going to flash him. So he decided to kind of just like create distance and not get flashed. So right here. Alright, so you hear huge footsteps. You hear huge footsteps. You also saw the McCree, or I mean not the McCree, the Roadhog go to the side. So he kills him. I don't know if you saw him. So there was a small tiny glimpse of, I'm gonna lower it a little bit. There's a small tiny glimpse right there of that Roadhog. So I feel like if he was a little bit more aware, he would have been able to know that the Roadhog was behind him. And you can honestly hear those footsteps, right? Your enemy's footsteps are louder than your teammate's footsteps for a reason, because of that. So you kind of know what's going on, right? And so at this point, when he gets hooked, he is pretty much, I think he's holding down E. Holding down your recall button, because when you get hooked, you can literally just hold down your recall button and it will recall you out of the hook as soon as possible. So this is what happens. Gets hooked. I think he's holding down E, but the Roadhog missed anyway. But just holding down E gets you out of there as fast as possible, so which is very, very important. Alright, going for the headshots on the Lucio. So his aiming could use a little bit more practice here. Should have been able to take out that the Lucio when he was really low on health. But of course, that's just practice, obviously. Killing down this Zenyatta, pretty good. Blinking and recalling, doing a pretty good job doing that. Okay. So right there. So this is also another time which I'm going to point this out. You could honestly just unload your full clip and make it a reaction to just unload first. And then when you start reloading, then you blink. That's the best. That's the easiest way for you to just get used to it. Just when you see yourself starting to reload, just blink after that instead of blinking a little bit too early. Throw your ultimate on the Roadhog. Looks like that Lucio got flung around. Blink. Nope. All right. So a little bit faster reaction would have been okay. But practice. But yeah, most of the stuff, mechanical stuff, I feel like it's pretty easy to work on. As long as you just need to know what to work on and how to react to what you see on the screen. You just gotta practice it, and I think you'll get it down. So you gotta get used to seeing what to blink immediately after you see. If that made any sense. Going from behind, which is very good. Quick melee. Could use your quick melee to finish off that the Zenyatta. Definitely. Get out of there. Yep. So the Batchin went tank mode. No point for you to be in front of his face because he can one-shot you. Alright, using his ultimate. So 2 ultimates. No point for you to be in there. So you saw the McCree ultimate up top. Very nice, using the boxes to block the incoming damage. So sticking on the payload is okay. It's not too bad because there's only one person on the payload. If oh, I missed that. So first of all, if you are if you're alive and there's only 1% on the payload, it's okay for you to stick around it. But if there's more than 3 people on the payload, then you shouldn't be around it. But anyway, yeah. This is what I want to talk about right here. So at this point, when the Roadhog missed the hook, he ends up running straight at the Roadhog, which is not really a good idea because the Roadhog can easily just line up a shot and use his right click. Whenever you're going towards a target, you mostly want to be running diagonally towards them, either left or right or away. But mostly you just want to be going left or right and also shooting at the same time. So you're kind of like doing a curve around the target and then shooting him at the same time. But you could also practice predicting the shots. So right after this Roadhog misses his hook, most likely he's going to end up using his right click, right, to try to kill you. So right here, you can immediately just try to blink to the left because you know that the next shot is coming, right? So if you blink, you dodge that shot, and then you continue shooting, and you blink and blink and blink. That's what you normally want to do against Roadhog. You want to time your blinks on when you predict either the hook or the next shots that are coming after the hook, right? Because mostly it's literally like 1 second after the hook that you want to blink. So if he shoots a hook and he misses it, 1 second later, blink again, because that's when he's most likely going to start shooting again. He's like, oh crap, I missed my hook. I have to kill this target or else it's going to start shooting at me, right? So make it a habit to... It's the same thing as McCree. If McCree misses his flash, you can use your blink too at the same time to try to get out of there. If you can predict a fan the hammer coming, or if you can predict a headshot trying to come in. Alright, going to the side, going for healers. That's nice. Getting a little bit too aggressive, but that's okay. That's fine. You end up getting a shot. Very risky, but high risk, high reward, right? Definitely good. Going for the healer. Could have chased a little bit in my opinion, but decided to back off a little bit. So right here there's a Bastion on the top left. Kind of misses it. So a little bit more map awareness would be okay. He kind of didn't realize that the Bastion was there. He could have easily dodged the Bastion and used the box behind him. So right here, at this point, let me just go back. So right here, so he sees the Bastion over there. He sets up. He can actually come to the back right here behind this box on the left and start shooting from here instead. So then the Bastion can't see him, and he gets free shots on this Zenyatta and this D.Va. So if he actually sticks behind there and the Bastion doesn't shoot him anymore, he can actually try to flank the Bastion when the Bastion just kind of ignores him, because, well, the Bastion's not going to be able to shoot through. What's he going to do? He's going to end up shooting everybody on this side, and then when he's busy, he can just blink behind and kill the Bastion. So there are a few things he could have done. He could have stayed here, attacked these guys, or just wait for him to kind of like be distracted and then go after him. But he ended up going in the front and just getting shot down by the Bastion. Alright, so we got 54 seconds left. Going to the side, a lot of people are dead. So at this point, it's different. It's a different situation. You don't want to be going in here because it's a kill zone. If you go onto the payload where you're supposed to go, there's going to be a bunch of people around here looking at it. Now it's okay for you to kind of wait for your team to go in. Before, it was a little bit different because the thing is, there were different ways to get to the point. If you think about the first point, there's a left hook, there's a right hook, there's stairs, there's everywhere. There's a lot of places that you can be at to kind of poke through. Here, there's only this one tiny car, and literally everybody's looking at it. So it's really different. People aren't really holding multiple spots. The only place people are holding is literally directly at the front entrance. And right here, he also, let me see how much life he was at. Didn't see how much life he was at. Yeah, I felt like he was okay to recall because he was low on health, even though this Mercy was healing him. He actually might have been able to get away without recalling. He might have been able to go up the stairs, actually. But it was a safe call. I might have done the same. Because the Mercy was a little bit late on healing him, I felt like. Alright, going after the Roadhog, making sure you use your blink. Yep. And I guess panicking. Using his ultimate by accident. It's okay. Alright, so weak. Good job. Using your blink, blink. Okay, so his recall was on cooldown. He could have recalled, I mean, if he had it up. But I felt like he could have blinked to the side a little bit more quickly. So, yeah, a good try. But I felt like if you actually listen to the high noon. Let's listen to it. Yeah, so it's on the left. You can immediately hear that it's coming from the left. So all you have to do is turn left and blink towards this van right here, and it would line of sight this high noon up here. It might not line of sight this one down here, but at least you're trying your best to line of sight it towards the left, because there's a really big audio cue on which side it's coming from, and you just want to hug the side of the van to make sure that you don't get hit by it. I mean, he did have his 3 blinks up, but no recall. So I think he's normally used to using his recall as a way of getting away from the high noon and stuff. But make sure you get used to just blinking away to the side whenever you don't have your recall. And I think that's just GG. Alright, so that's about it. Overall, I felt like lillfjant didn't do too bad. There are a few mistakes that he made. It could work it a little bit on his mechanics, just slightly. I feel like a little bit tweaking here and there. It's nothing really major, but I felt like if you just like change little tiny things, like when you blink, you automatically reload. Make sure that whenever you blink, you are blinking when you have 0 ammo. Using that kind of stuff and just trying to practice that over and over again. Getting that muscle memory down is really important. That as well as increasing your map awareness, making sure that you are looking a little bit more on the map and what's going on. Dodging your hooks as well as your McCree flashes. Other than that, I felt like it was pretty okay. Make sure that you're a little bit more aggressive, I think. His playstyle is a little bit too defensive in my opinion. TRACER is obviously somebody who is always in the face of the opponents. You always want to be blinking in and out of combat, trying to distract the opponent and not hanging out in the back and making sure that you're alive and safe, right? You always want to be in there, getting in front of their face, trying to tackle them, and then just blinking out when the time is right. So yeah, just be a little bit more aggressive, I would say. And other than that, just work on your mechanics, and I feel like you would be a lot better than what you gave us. I mean, it's not horrible. It's actually pretty good. It's not too bad. It's around that level of platinum/gold. I feel like you can get up to diamond if you practice a lot more with your mechanics and everything else. But yeah, give a lillfjant a round. I mean, he's really brave to be able to submit his gameplay. A lot of people don't usually take criticism very well, but honestly, everything I'm saying right here is not like directed directly at you. It's more just trying to help out, giving you some tips. Hopefully you take it well, and I'm not trying to be mean or everything. If I might sound a little bit, but try not to. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this one. If you guys want to actually submit your own gameplay, just submit it at dibzgaming@hotmail.com or put it in the link below and I'll add it to the list. But yeah, hopefully you guys found some of the tips useful as well. Yeah, in any case, that's going to be it for me. And always want to say thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.